As the average cost of college in the United States soars, more young people are being drawn to skilled trades. It's part of a career rethink among Gen Z.
I want to work. I don't want to be in debt.
You don't want to be in debt.
We can have what they owe.
We can have what they owe.
Yeah.
To make good money. Skilled tradesmen in this country can make six figures.
In 2025, America's construction industry faces a staggering 500,000 worker shortfall, even as demand for new projects skyrockets.
Construction industry is building at full speed, but falling behind when it comes to its workers. A national home builder is tackling the shortage head-on through an internship aimed at training the next generation.
At the same time, major companies like IBM are planning to replace up to 30% of their back-office, white-collar positions with artificial intelligence.
IBM just replaced most of their HR department with AI. In a recent statement, IBM CEO Arvind Krishna revealed that they had let go of hundreds of HR workers and replaced them with their Ask HR agent.
Yet, the nation is wrestling with an almost unimaginable $1.8 trillion in student loan debt held by over 42 million Americans.
Today, the federal government is resuming collections on defaulted student loans. Some of the $1.6 trillion in student debt outstanding.
The very definition of a safe career is being completely upended, with some experts warning that AI could eliminate half of all entry-level white-collar jobs in the next 5 years.
50% of white-collar jobs could probably be replaced by AI in the next decade or two.
So, why are blue-collar jobs the new American dream? For decades, the dominant cultural narrative pushed a single vision of success, a 4-year university degree leading to a white-collar job. This created an educational landscape laser-focused on college admissions, often at the expense of vocational training. Now, in 2025, the ground is violently shifting. The rise of sophisticated artificial intelligence is no longer a distant threat. It is actively reshaping the professional world. Unlike previous waves of automation that primarily hit manufacturing, this new wave is targeting cognitive work. Roles in marketing, data analysis, and even junior legal research are increasingly being handled by AI. The World Economic Forum now projects that nearly a quarter of all jobs will change within the next 5 years, primarily due to AI. This technological earthquake is forcing a profound reevaluation of what a secure and prosperous career path truly looks like.
Since the last half of the 20th century, a college degree has been touted as a must-have for a stable and successful career.
I did grow up around a lot of people telling me college was the route that you should go.
The mechanics of entering a skilled trade stand in stark contrast to the traditional college route. The core principle is earn while you learn. Instead of accumulating debt for 4 years, an aspiring electrician or welder joins an apprenticeship program. From the first day, they are earning a paycheck. This on-the-job training is complemented by technical instruction, but the primary classroom is the worksite. While the average total cost for a 4-year bachelor's degree can range from over $119,000 at a public university to more than $250,000 at a private university, the total tuition for an entire trade school program can be as low as $5,000 to $15,000. The average trade school graduate enters the workforce with about $10,000 in student debt, while the average for a bachelor's degree holder is significantly higher. This financial head start is life-altering.
You get to a scenario where you actually will be working and studying.
Earn as you learn. We like to say it like that.
The fundamental flaw of the degree-first mindset is now painfully exposed. The traditional white-collar career ladder is becoming unstable. It's not just about underemployment anymore, it's about outright replacement. According to Goldman Sachs, up to 300 million full-time jobs could be impacted by generative AI. In the United States, that could translate to the automation of up to 46% of tasks in administrative and support roles. Tech companies themselves are leading the charge, with massive layoffs in 2025 hitting junior positions the hardest. This reveals a terrifying new reality. The very entry-level jobs that college graduates have relied on to start their careers are the ones most vulnerable to being automated out of existence.
Goldman Sachs says up to 300 million full-time jobs around the world could be affected by artificial intelligence. In a report Sunday, their economists predicted 18% of work globally could be computerized.
The human cost of this economic whiplash is immense and two-sided. On one side are the recent university graduates, saddled with an average debt of over $38,000, now competing not just with each other, but with AI for a shrinking pool of entry-level jobs. The psychological toll of this uncertainty is immense. For example, computer science graduates are now facing unemployment rates nearly double that of philosophy majors. On the other side, the shortage of skilled tradespeople is creating a pressure cooker environment. The American Welding Society reports a projected shortage of 400,000 welders, leading to burnout and project delays. This creates a painful paradox: a surplus of anxious, indebted graduates and a deficit of essential, in-demand workers.
This is according to a new survey out this morning from Bankrate. 27% of workers are more worried about the security of their job now than they were back in January. But
this imbalance creates dangerous ripple effects across the entire economy. The housing market, for instance, is being directly impacted. According to the Home Builders Institute, the construction labor shortage is responsible for approximately 19,000 fewer single-family homes being built annually, driving up costs and worsening the affordability crisis. The green energy transition is also at risk. The rollout of a national electric vehicle charging network is being slowed by a critical shortage of qualified electricians needed to install and maintain the stations. This isn't just an inconvenience. It's a bottleneck that slows economic progress, increases costs for consumers, and hampers the nation's ability to meet its infrastructure and climate goals.
Contractors are struggling to find the help they need to keep up. Carpenters, plumbers, electricians, all need it.
The failure to prevent this crisis is systemic, rooted in decades of cultural and policy bias. For years, high school guidance counselors and parents have steered students toward universities, often presenting skilled trades as a lesser option. This created a stigma that is only now beginning to fade. Federal funding has historically favored four-year institutions over vocational and technical education. This created a self-reinforcing cycle, as vocational programs were defunded and disappeared from high schools. Fewer students were exposed to these career paths, leading to an aging workforce that is now retiring in massive numbers with no one to take their place. Nearly 40% of the current skilled trades workforce is expected to retire within the next decade.
My parents were always hounding me about going to college. All the teachers reminded you about making sure you get good grades so you can pass elementary school, middle school, and go to college.
The ultimate escalation of this skills gap is now a matter of national security and global competitiveness. The United States has embarked on a massive effort to reshore critical manufacturing, particularly in high-tech sectors like semiconductors and EV batteries, with 244,000 such jobs announced in 2024 alone. However, a 2025 survey of U.S. manufacturers revealed their number one obstacle is not tariffs or taxes, but the lack of a skilled workforce. The most ambitious industrial policy in a generation, designed to secure vital supply chains and re-establish American manufacturing leadership, is fundamentally threatened by a shortage of the welders, technicians, and electricians needed to physically build and run these new facilities. Without these hands-on experts, the entire reindustrialization effort could fail.
The American Welding Society predicts the nation will have a shortage of 400,000 welders by 2024.
Takes a look at how that lack of welding talent is impacting Siouxland business.
We are witnessing a great inversion of the American workforce. The very forces that once promised a secure future for white-collar professionals, technology and globalization, are now introducing unprecedented instability. Artificial intelligence is not just a tool, it is a disruptive wave, washing away the foundations of many traditional career paths. At the same time, the tangible, essential skills needed to build, power, and maintain the physical world have become scarcer, and therefore, more valuable than ever before. The staggering cost of traditional higher education, combined with the diminishing certainty of a return on that investment, has shattered the old consensus. The narrative is no longer about college versus trades. It is about recognizing where true demand and opportunity lie in the 21st century economy. The American dream has always been about the promise of a stable, prosperous life earned through valuable work. For a new generation, that promise is being rediscovered. It is found in the satisfaction of a well-built structure, the complexity of a modern electrical grid, and the security of a high-demand skill that cannot be outsourced or automated. The future will be built by hand, and for those who choose to build it, the dream is very real.